Peace. This is your international sales and marketing hitman, your humble hip hop sales coach, Tiger Toledo, and you already know what it is, man. You rocking with the best, you heard? So, yesterday was my daughter's birthday, man. Just turned 16. Shout out to my daughter, Brooklyn. I can't believe I got a 16-year-old and shit, because I feel young as shit. But, we went to the mall, right? She wanted to get some Crocs and all that. So my two young boys wanted to go to the Lego place. So we went to go check out some Legos, right? And then I'm looking around. It's a small store. It's not a big store or anything. It's a small store. And I'm looking around and I'm like, I'm seeing these crazy prices. Like I'm seeing some crazy prices. I mean, like really, really high prices, like $500 for a Lego set, $600. And then I walk a little bit further down and they had the Star Wars set. And it was cool. It was one of like them Star Wars spaceships and shit. And I looked at the price and that shit said $898. I hope you guys heard me. I said $898. That shit was damn near $1,000 for Legos. Building block Legos. And I said to myself, I was like, one, shout out to Legos for fucking having the confidence in themselves to even charge that damn price, right? Shout out to them. But I was thinking about some notaries out there that just to ask for $100 is difficult for them because they did not value themselves, they didn't value their time, they didn't value their services. And I'm like, let this be a testimony that if people are out there spending $1,000 for a Lego set, you should have no problems asking for $150 for your physical services. Now, let's just keep this in mind. You're going to spend $1,000 and you're going to put the sweat equity in to build that Lego set, that Star Wars Lego set. In another way, you being a notary, you're actually putting the physical sweat equity for the people. So you have to ask yourself, damn, how much is my time worth? Right? How much is my time worth? If somebody could buy this Lego set for $900 and they have to put all the physical work to make it even look right, and somebody orders a notary service and you're only charging them $45, you're saying that your service is less than Lego blocks. You're telling people like I don't value my service or my time enough to charge you accordingly. I want you to really let that marinate for a second, because that's what they're paying for. The notary business is a luxury convenience. It's a luxury convenience. We are going to come out to you. We're going to service you. You could stay at home in your pajamas, do what you do. I remember I was buying this. I was looking for some Haitian rum, right? Went to this liquor store. They had the Haitian rum or whatever, right? So I go take it to the cashier. It was called Babonkou. Took it to the cashier or whatever. I'm buying the rum. I was like, man, I was looking for this rum all over the place. I couldn't find it, blah, blah, blah. She was like, hey, did I tell you about the service that we will deliver the liquor out to you? I was like, you do what? She's like, yeah, just call us, tell us the bottles that you want us to bring. We'll take the payment over the phone, and we will deliver Hennessy, Hypnotic, whatever the hell you want. They will deliver it to your home for you. Delivery, like liquor delivery, spirits delivery and shit. I said, that is a fantastic service. I'll never need it because I don't drink like that. But I said, if I was having a gathering, if I was having a party at my house and liquor is running low, you know what I mean? The spirits are running low or whatever, I'm going to call these guys and be like, yo, get me the Hennessy VSOP, blah, 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 some Remy 1738. Need you to drop it off at this place. That is luxury convenience. Y'all with me on that? Luxury convenience. It's powerful. The notary service is luxury convenience with legal. With a legal attachment to it. You're making documents legal. So right there alone, it raises the bar up. I just finished doing a power of attorney masterclass, right? Incredible class. Incredible. We did the hot seat. I mean, we went in. If you've never taken my power of attorney masterclass, go to tigertoledo.com and register for the next class. We're doing the next one next month. I'm telling you, listen, we did hot seats. We role played with people. The biggest takeaway, because I asked a survey, the audience, and I was like, hey, what is the biggest takeaway that you got from this? And an overwhelming majority said that I did not realize the value that I had and I was not charging accordingly. Some of them was charging $25 per notarization. That should not be in nowhere near your product mix. That price should be obliterated immediately. And we did that. One of them charged, for the very first time, charged $100 for a document. Never done it before. Didn't even think it was possible to do that or even get to that threshold. Understanding the value that you bring to the market is crucial. And sometimes, even me, as an entrepreneur and as gully as I get in these streets, I need somebody to walk me across the street sometimes. I need a mentor sometimes. If you have a coach and your coach doesn't have a mentor, that person should not be coaching because they're going to hit roadblocks. Look, when you hit $100,000, when you hit $200,000, there has to be a shift in your mindset on how you're going to take it to another level. And sometimes you may not be able to see that shift because you've never been there before. You're like, oh shit, I'm making 200,000. I've never been here before. I don't know no one in my family or my circle that made 200,000 in a year before. Well, what happens when you want to make $200,000 in a day? You ever thought about that? You ever thought about the type of mindset, the frame of mind you have to be in to accomplish that goal? You ever thought about what it would take for you to take your business and branch off and start doing maybe merchandising? I'll give you an even better one. Writing a book. Writing a book. There are people that have this book sitting inside of them because I think everyone has a book inside of them, right? Like, ooh, I wish I could just share this book with the world. It would change so many people's lives. You know how it feels, man. And you sit on the concept of rolling out that book for decades. There are some people that sit on that book for years, and there are people out there that have been sitting on this book for decades. I've been meaning to put this book out for over 10 years. And all they had to do was align themselves with a coach that can help them achieve and put out that book and hold them accountable. So how much money would you pay on that to save yourself 10 years? To save you 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Would you pay a person $1,000 to save you 10 years of just delayed, just like no action, no framework, no nothing? Would you pay $1,000 to get that book out that you've been having sit in you for the last decade? I know how much I paid. I had a book sitting in me for so long, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't take it anymore. It was like God was like, if you died, if you was on your hospital bed today, you would die with regret from not putting out that book. It was that bad. It was bad. It was like a vampire that needed blood. Like I had to get it. I had to get it out there. And I spent $4,500 to help me get out of that goddamn rut. It was, listen, you guys, I don't know if you ever had a burning desire to do something, but the burning desire isn't enough sometimes. You need execution. A lot of people can implement and they can think of unbelievable ideas. I'm talking about $1 million ideas, $1 billion ideas, even possibly $1 trillion ideas. But the implementation, because they never implemented anything from that, it's worthless. It dies. It has no life. It's over. So for me to want to put out that book, I wanted to put out that book since I was like I was 21 years old at the time. I'm in my 40s. That shit took me like 20 years, yo. 20 years plus. I had to get it out. And now, after I paid my coaches to teach me how to put out that book, now, today, I have 31 books out. 3 bestsellers. 3 hot new releases, and I'm releasing another book. Now, I'm over the hump. You understand? Like, the mentor helped me get over that hump. The quickest way for fucking success, I apologize for cursing on a Sunday, but the quickest way for you to get to success, you got to find somebody that got skin in the game, and that's gonna, and a mind that plays. If you're getting shit for free, you don't value free shit, man. You just don't. If somebody just gave me this truck, I'd be like, all right, it's cool, whatever. You know, I go around, I drive it around, beat it up and all of that. I treat it like a beater. I treat it like whatever. I treat it exactly how much I pay for it. But when I go out and I buy, a $70,000 vehicle for my wife or whatever, I'm treating that vehicle completely different. I'm swerving around the potholes a little bit more. You know what I mean? I'm really taking care of that vehicle differently. A person that pays attention. When you break bread, depending on how much money you spent, that is the level that you're going to pay attention to it. There are people that, like right now, I'm in a position where I found my next coach, okay? I found my next coach, but he ain't cheap by no stretch of the imagination. This guy is $155,000. I ain't got $155,000 liquid right now. But I'm going to get that. See, one thing that's replenishable is money. Time's not replenishable. I can never get those 20 years back. That it's done. It's a wrap for that. But I've made over $100 and something thousand year after year after year after year. That's replenishable. I could always get that. That time I'll never get back again. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to get this bread to pay this new coach, this new mentor, to take me to that next level. To have a $500,000 day, $1 million days. You have to do yourself a favor, man. When school and college is over, Some people just say, I'm done with studying. I'm done with school. Really, like, it should never stop. You know what I mean? The same way you was attacking those books in college, the same way you was attacking your studies, and you would cram and you would do your midterms and your finals and everything like that, the same way you approach that, you develop a muscle to absorb information quickly. And unfortunately with college, they didn't have you execute on a lot of that information that you know. They just wanted to see if you memorized it, right? Memory is okay, well, whatever. But you want actionable shit that you can actually implement. So you take that concept that you learned from college or high school, and then you apply that in the real world. But in the real world, you're going to implement and take action. You're going to execute. That is the difference between a grand thinker and a grand implementer. But I wish you guys the best. I'm in front of the health club. It was pouring rain. Didn't want to even come here. But you got to push through. You got to power through, y'all. You have to. Just for your own sake. Just for your own sake, you have to push through all the way through and see what happens. Excuse me. Last story, right? When I was a nightclub promoter. When I first did my nightclub, when I had my first club, this is the way nightclubs work, right? They don't give you the best fucking night to promote your party. They give you the worst night. And if you can turn around and make their worst night one of their best nights, then doors open for you. I didn't know that when I first came into the game. Excuse me. So I did a party night, right? I was working at Bally Total Fitness at the time. Did a party night. Fucking 10 people showed up. 10 people showed up. I was hurt, butt hurt. But I was like, I know I could do this shit. I knew that I could do it. So I wind up getting partnering up with somebody else, and we got another club night. It was a Wednesday night. The name of the club was called Rapture, downtown Chicago. It was their worst night. It was fucking completely dead. I said, you know what? I'm going to try something different. I am going to get on people's nerves. Sometimes that's the problem with a lot of entrepreneurs. They're afraid of getting on people's nerves. Therefore, they suppress their marketing abilities, their promotional abilities, and they don't put out what they're supposed to put out because they're afraid of ruffling people's feathers. They're afraid of putting out too much information. Oh, I don't want to put out too many emails because then people will start unsubscribing. Well, let them unsubscribe. I don't want to put out too many posts because people are going to be like, you always posting something. Well, let them block you then. I don't want to put out too many YouTube videos because I feel like, you know, they're not going to value whatever. Well, tell that to Eric Thomas, who's putting out videos every goddamn day. So we get this club. I said, let me do something different. I'm going to get on people's nerves with this shit. I left Bally Total Fitness. I started working at Kinko's at the time, right? Kinko's had a fax machine. I knew all the fax. I still have friends in Bally Total Fitness. So I said, yo, send me the list. I knew there was a list that had all the fax machines to Bally Total Fitness, right? So especially all of Illinois, and there was 36 clubs in Illinois at the time. So I created a flyer inside of Kinko's, and I started faxing these flyers to all the Bally Total Fitness. I say, all Bally employees are free to get in. Friends could get in at half price. Right? They're like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. I did this for a month straight. 30 days straight. Every day I worked, days I didn't work, I got on the train and went to Kinko's and used their fax machine at night. Then Kinko's had shit where I can like print out different stuff. I printed out different little flyers, little VIP cards, all kind of shit, laminated, all kind of shit. I was going in. I mean, like, I got so much kickback. Like, people saying, why are you doing this? This ain't right. Like, people were literally trying to tear me down. I didn't give a fuck because my intentions was I'm going to promote the hell out of this club to the point where people, even if you don't want to come, you got to know that I'm doing a club night. Let me tell you what happened. The day of the event, I'm looking at the clock, nobody, right? Like, it's fucking dead, it's empty. Me and my buddy Jim, we're standing in front of the fucking club, and we're like, yo, what the fuck, man? Nobody's coming. This is some bullshit. Then a couple of cars starts turning around the corner. And then we get in the honks because they see us in the front. They're like, yo, what up? Yo, we coming through. I was like, oh shit, we getting a few people. That's cool, that's cool. I kid you not. 20 minutes later, we had a line wrapped around the corner. Wrapped around the corner. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. I'll take that to the grave. We had that club packed beyond capacity to the point where the fire department had to regulate and make sure that we did not go over our capacity. Now, let me tell you where the fucking magic happened. This is where the magic happened. See, when you become successful at something, when you power through and you see something through, and then you actually get a taste of fucking success, let me tell you what happens. This was life-changing for me. And I've ran with this principle in my life with everything, and it still holds true. It still holds true. Let me tell you what happened. When our night was really successful that night, other clubs that had a successful Wednesday night, they saw a huge decline in attendees in their club. And they was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Wednesday night is our hottest night. Where the fuck did everybody go? Oh, you didn't hear? Group of cats over there are doing a party at Rapture. Rapture? Rapture ain't popping. Shit, they popping now. Look around you. We dead, aren't we? So boom. Guess what these smart promoters decided to do? They got in their car and they came over to Rapture. This is the nightlife, baby. This is how they move in the nightlife. So they got in their car and they swung around and it was like, yo, we need to meet these cats. Not on some rah-rah gangster shit, but the actually form a partnership with us. So they come in, they pull up, and you're like, yo, this shit. And I'm not talking about just one club. I'm talking about multiple club promoters, and big time club promoters were swinging around. I did not know that level of success will bring other people. It will bring a certain type of attention towards you. So these club promoters start, now we're having meetings outside of the club and shit with club promoters that we admired at the time, because we would go to clubs too and we would know who would be these club promoters. So these club promoters say, yo, y'all did a really, really powerful night. I mean, like, our club is dead right now. You guys are killing it. Yo, would you like to partner up with us? We have access to this club, this club, this club, this club. We'd like to give you one of these clubs. Me and my buddy Jim look at each other like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Then another club promoter will do that. And then another club promoter. I'm talking about the very same night in real time. We're getting offers out the wazoo. After the night was over, me and Jim Palmer sat down and was like, yo, what the fuck? What just happened? And I was like, I think we got a promotional company now. We need a name for it. So we called our promotional company C4 Productions. And because of the relationships that we built from having that one successful night, because if I gave up, we would have never had that successful night. Because of the relationships that we built over that one successful night, we had Chicago on lock. There wasn't a club that we could not get to throw a party in. And not only that, we got VIP to every fucking club in the city because of that one night. So this is why you cannot give up, and you have to power through, even though that shit might be a struggle and you get a couple of fucking fails in the process of it. You have to power through, y'all. You have to. If you don't power through, there's a group of people and audience that are just waiting for you to win. Believe it or not, there's a lot more people that want you to win than to lose. I truly believe that. There are a lot more people in this world that want to see you win than to lose. You're just focused on the motherfuckers that want to see you lose for whatever reason. I don't know why. Oh, my ex-girlfriend want me to lose, and you throw all your attention on your ex-girlfriend. But there's like 20 people over here that want to see you win. But let me get in the club, man. Peace, love, and happiness, and cash flow. I wish you guys the best. Remember, power through, you heard?